Atlanta's own East Lake Golf Club is about to once again host the biggest finish in golf, the Tour Championship. 30 of the world's best golfers battling it out for the FedEx Cup. And for fans, this event can also mean everything from barbecue and craft beers to VIP lounges and family fun. Let's bring in Tour Championship Executive Director Alex Urban to tee up what fans can expect when they visit the links. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
All right, can we start with some major name dropping? Can you just name drop some of the big players that are going to be in town Atlanta gets to host?
Yeah, well, we always have a great field here because it's the top 30 from any season show up here at East Lake to compete for the FedEx Cup. So we've got the top 30 players from this year. So headlined by Scotty Scheffler, which obviously he's been in the news a lot over the last 2 years in golf. Rory McIlroy, who won the Masters this year. He's a 3-time winner here at the Tour Championship. Tommy Fleetwood, who's been just so close to winning on the PGA Tour and has just been so close. But some other great names too, like Justin Rose, who won last week.
Sure.
Peyton Thomas, who's a longtime All-Star, and then some Georgia Bulldogs as well. Where it looks likely that we're going to have Russell Henley and Sepp Straka and Harris English. So it's a great mix of players. Should be a really awesome week.
Yeah, coming back to Bulldog Nation for those guys. Listen, I have some kids at home that are big fans, and they're so excited about anything like this just happening in their proximity. For somebody who's never been, paint the picture of what it's like to spend a day at East Lake during the Tour Championship. Alex, can you still hear me okay? I hear a little bit of interference. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you all right.
Okay. Paint a picture.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. For someone who's never been, kind of paint that picture of what it's like out there at the Tour.
Yeah, so if you don't know it that well, what the Tour Championship is, the entire season for the PGA Tour, players are earning points to try to qualify for the FedEx Cup playoffs. And ultimately, the top 30 players have to play well all season to qualify their way here to the Tour Championship. And then they compete here at the Tour Championship for our ultimate prize, which is the FedEx Cup. So, it's a big deal within the sport of golf. But outside of that, it's not just golf. We like to think of this as a community event, almost a festival type atmosphere. And there's all kinds of things to do for families, for people that want to go out, and Atlanta is an event-seeking city. People want to go have a good time. It's obviously a beautiful time of year. Go out and have maybe a few cocktails or find some great local food. We have all of that type of experience for fans on site. So there's no matter what you're looking for, we have something for you.
I love that emphasis so that everybody's welcome, included, and really wanting to make it so people can afford it. A lot of premium hospitality and lounge areas this year, but also working on some available options for people on a budget. Talk us through that.
Yeah, well, we're proud to, like you said it very well, in that we like to try to offer something for everyone. And a big piece of that is being accessible and affordable. And I think that's highlighted really well by our youth ticket program, which is presented by one of our proud partners, Accenture. This is a unique program in sports where up to 2 children aged 15 and under get in free with each ticketed adult. And that's for every day, Wednesday through Sunday. And so it's just a really great, cost-effective way to bring a family out to an event like the Tour Championship. It's certainly not something you typically see at events these days. And so it's just a great way to get kids exposed to the game. Hopefully they become lifelong fans when they come out here. That's actually how I got involved in the game of golf, was attending a tournament as a kid. So that I think to us is something we're really proud of, to make this an accessible event.
I have to make sure I heard you right. You said 2 under the age of 15?
15 and under.
Now, I'm leaning forward because usually it's like 3 and under, and you're like, I can't take the stroller out there. But 15 and under, 2 free tickets. What a great program. That's fantastic. All right, let's talk about a big change on the course. All 30 qualifiers are going to begin at even par, so it makes the competition a little more straightforward and equitable.
Yeah, it's really exciting this year. So the starting strokes format, which we'd had for the last 5 years, has been eliminated. Something we spend a lot of time listening to fans and our players who are really involved in the decision-making process at the PGA Tour are constantly trying to help us evolve the game and evolve the competition to make it more compelling. And I think everyone realized that the starting strokes, it was time to transition away from those. And so this year, all 30 players, when they arrive, having qualified from this week's BMW Championship, we'll start at even par. We're playing 72 holes, 4 rounds of stroke play competition, straight up to see who is worthy of lifting the FedEx Cup. So what that will ultimately mean is 4 days of consequential golf. Every shot matters for every player in the field for all 4 days.
All right. Fun to watch and pressure for the guys. Any little known traditions or moments during the week that first timers shouldn't miss before we go?
Yeah, we're really proud of our, on Thursday before we hit the opening tee shot, which is right around 11:15 is our first tee time. But about 45 minutes before that, we have our Hope tee shot ceremony. And this is 2 young kids. They're not that young. They're usually in high school aged that are first tee Metro Atlanta students. And they go through a selection process to be able to hit our opening tee shot. And it's basically a signifier of the hope in the community. And this year is going to be a little extra special. Mr. Tom Cousins, who was really the key figure in revitalizing the East Lake area through the East Lake Foundation, his work with the East Lake Golf Club. Without him, there wouldn't be a tour championship at East Lake. He passed away a few weeks ago, and so we're going to honor him on the first tee, alongside those first tee kids hitting that opening tee shot. So I think that'll be a really special moment.
What a special way to start. Thanks for the time so much, and we'll look forward to the competition.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Please come on out. We'll host you and your family and your kids 15 under for free.